Hello and welcome. Today we're breaking the secret code on debits and credits. You may have worked with debits and credits before. You may have heard about them. You may not understand it. You may be confused. All that goes away today. Hey, if you're new, my name is Jeff from Finally Learn. I teach a lot of accounting, a lot of finance. So please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started. So what we have in accounting, it's a system of accounts. So every account basically has a left side and a right side. Now, we can't get paid a lot of money if we just say left and right. So accounting uses a system called debit for left and credit for right. Now, I'm being a little bit funny here, but really what happens is we just debit things and we put that on the left, and we credit things and put that on the right. That's all that it means. Now, we can use that as verbs. So we can debit something to put it on the left, we can credit to put it on the right, and that's what it means. So we use in accounting around the world double entry accounting. So there's two accounts for every transaction. There's at least two, there may be more than two. There's at least one debit and one credit, and they have to equal. So the debits and the credits for each transaction has to equal. So here is the way you want to think about it. If I gave you a penny or I gave you a coin, then I have to give you a real coin, have to give you the heads and the tail. One coin is made up of two sides, right? So there's the heads and the tails, and they call it like obverse and reverse or whatever. So that's how it works with a penny, and that's how it works in accounting. So let's keep going. In accounting, we have 5 types of accounts. So the first 3 are balance sheet accounts. We have assets, the company, stuff the company owns, right? The resources that they own. Liability is anytime we owe money to the creditors. Equity is anytime we owe money to the owners, what the owners have claim to. Now we're going to pull out dividends. Dividend is when you take money out of the business. So we're going to use that as a separate account, part of our little secret code here. And so therefore, we'll have dividends is going to reduce equity because those 3 go together. Now, here's one of the things that happens. Assets have to equal liabilities plus equity. This is called the accounting equation. So we're going to start with assets, and we'll start on the left, say those are debits, and then liabilities and equity have to be credits, and we'll show you here in just a second. Now for the income statement, we have revenues and expenses. Those are the 2 accounts. So we really have 5 types of accounts: assets, liabilities, equity, revenues, and expenses. Revenues, anytime we receive assets from selling a product or a service, and expenses, anytime you use up assets, consume those assets, that would be an expense. Okay, so let's look at some basic transactions. I'm going to do 5 transactions. I'm going to go down the list to asset liability and asset equity and so on, and we'll demonstrate really the rules, and then we'll come up with the secret code, how to remember all those. So we're starting a business. Kara Cash, that would be an awesome name, starts a new business called Kara Consulting for professional resume services. So let's say the first thing that she does is borrows $1,000 from the bank. Well, what 2 accounts are affected? It's going to be cash and some kind of loan payable. And so that's an asset and that's a liability. So we get started with cash, and we'll say, okay, let's just start with debit. So let's make assets debits. And so we'll say, okay, I've got to put in the left column, the debit column. I'll put in $1,000 to make it go up. And then I'm going to need a credit. Okay, so if I have 1 debit, then I know I need at least 1 credit. So over here, we have $1,000. So this little sentence is the same as explaining this. We use journal entries, which is even a shorter version of that. But we basically take the cash account and say it's an asset, so therefore it increases with a debit, and loans payable is a liability and increases with a credit. So we have 2 different accounts. We have 1 debit, 1 credit. The debits and credits equal. And so what happens is you're going to see assets follow this rule where debits increase, so credits would decrease, and liabilities would be the mirror image of it, so credits increase and debits decrease. Okay, if you can understand that, then everything just kind of keeps following in place because everything is based on assets or based on cash in our little example here. Everything's a cash transaction. All right, let's look at the other side of the balance sheet. Kara invests $2,000 of her personal cash into the business. So we're making the entry for the business, and we need to show that the cash goes up. Now, one of the reasons we use debit and credit rules is we don't use negative numbers. To make cash go up, I'm going to debit that, put it on the left side for $2,000, and equity, I want to make it go up as well, but it takes a credit. So both of these go up. So assets go up and equity goes up $2,000. Okay, so we can handle, if you have a debit and a credit, both may go up, both may go down, one may go up, one may go down. And so this is a full system of we can see how this works. So you know that, let's go back and look at this. Assets are debits, liabilities and equity are credits. We're going to have special rules over here, but here's what we're seeing. Assets have debits to increase, liabilities and equity take credits to increase. So that's what we're doing with our secret code here. Let's keep going on the transactions. We got 3 more transactions. Let's say Kara sells consulting services for $1,500 cash. Now, did the company receive the cash or did the company pay cash? Well, you know this. You have received cash of $1,500. Somebody comes by and says, I need help with my resume, I need help to apply for a job, I need to work on it, update it, improve it, and they're willing to pay you $1,500. And so they pay you $1,500 and you have earned revenue. So the two accounts are affected would be an asset and revenue, specifically cash, and an account called service revenue. So we're happy with this. This looks a lot like what happens when we borrow money or we put money in the business receives cash and it makes it go up. Okay, so now we've got 3 things. We've got liabilities, equity, revenue, and we're going to use a system called dealer. So we've already got the 3 that are going to be credit balances. Okay, so let's keep going here. Let's say Kara, the company, Kara Consulting, pays wages of $700 cash. Now, if somebody works for Kara, do they pay Kara to work there, or does Kara pay the employee? Well, Kara pays the employee, hard to say. Kara cash pays wages, so $700 cash goes down. So to show that cash goes down, we don't put a negative number in, we put a credit in, because assets have a debit balance, so therefore credits would make it go down. So therefore we need a debit, and so there we have wages expense 700. So it looks like wages expense has gone up and cash has gone down, but we have 1 debit and 1 credit, so that's how it works. So it looks like expenses takes debits to increase. The last one is the company pays cash dividends to the owner. Now the company, Kara Consulting, pays dividends. It looks like the only owner is Kara. So cash goes down, and so we have to credit that because cash is an asset that has a debit balance. So cash goes down. And then dividends would be the debit. So if dividends go up, then cash goes down. So I'm just trying to show the effect on cash of everything, and then once we see how cash works, every asset does the same way. So let's look at what we have. We did the first 3 transactions where liabilities, equity, and revenues, when they went up, we credited those, and cash was an asset that went up, and we debited cash. We borrowed money, we put money in as the owner, and then we earned money as the company. So all these made cash go up, which was a debit to cash. Now the last 2 entries, we had expenses. And expenses went up, but cash went down. Okay, there's 2, a debit and a credit here. We have expenses that went up with a debit and cash went down with a credit. And then dividends, same thing. Dividends went up with a debit and cash went down. So these are the rules and we call these dealer. DEA means debit balances for dividends, expenses, and assets. And LER, the second half of dealer, is liabilities, equities, and revenues. All have credit balances, and they go up with credits, and debits make them go down. So let me ask you a question. Do debits make an account go up? Well, it depends. It makes half the accounts go up, but credits make the other half of the accounts go up. So an account is either a debit balance account or a credit balance account. These are your 3 debit balance accounts. These are your 3 credit balance accounts. Same information on this slide, except it's just in a little chart. So DEA, dividends, expenses, assets, go up with a debit, go down with a credit. They have a normal debit balance. This is the same slide as we did just a second ago with the T account. And then LER, liabilities, equity, revenue, are credit balance accounts. They go up with credits, but if you debit those, they go down. So now you know the secret. So let's keep this a top secret. Don't share, don't comment, don't like, subscribe, tell other people because we want to make all the money. No, it's fine. You can share, you can comment, help other people learn. Share this if this is helpful.